Good morning guys, I'm Henry Green from London Trading Group. Just a quick one before I get going. Please subscribe to the channel so you never miss a daily trading update again. And also please feel free to leave any comments on my video. They're always welcome. So yeah, bang them in. Any feedback's good feedback, so thanks very much. Right, so pound yen, I normally don't start on this one, but it is an interesting one. It's one I talked about yesterday potentially as a buy. Now, we've had this, the moving cable was what I was waiting for, and I expected it to close above the ATMA. It hasn't, so I've never had a signal yet to buy this. But what I do like about this is there's two things. So we've got the D on the hourly down at 167.25, which is kind of coming up to this past market angle as well. So I'd expect a bounce there. But if the bounce is true, then this is going to bounce within the 38 and the 50. So then that could be a true fib bounce, and you could see this then trade up. So what I mean is I just don't want to be too scared by this one. And see, my idea is that pound yen goes long, and I think 175 is a really good zone on that one. We are overextended, and I do think that this pulls back, and it kind of makes sense for this one to go higher. So yeah, I am expecting, obviously it has to follow the fib sequence as normal, but I'm expecting maybe a bit of an overshoot on this one to the top side. So this is kind of showing me weakness. Yesterday's candle is very bearish, and since I think we could sell off today, and I think maybe down to 67.20 before it holds, and then I'd be looking probably to take small longs in that one. It seems like the dollar's kind of picked up its strength again, obviously, except against the euro. So if we just quickly flip to that one, so euro dollar, we had a bit of a bounce yesterday, so bounced back off these lows, and off this trend line that I'd had in. This is just this parallel line put down here, and we have since bounced. Okay, but we are back to the 61.8 though, so that is the good thing on the 60 minutes. So then we are in potential turn zone, and I do really like this one. So what I'd probably look to do is I've got a 15-minute line in there that I'd probably be looking to sell the break through that. It doesn't really look like we can pass market angle. It's not steep enough, so it's too steep, sorry. So I would be looking for this to turn around somewhere in here, which then still leads us down to that 106 zone, and I think that could be quite a good one. So if we take both of them, we've got 106. I've just mapped it as if we are down here. So that's on the second swing. So I think 107.30 is the first bounce target, which takes you back down to these lows. Now we've got all the EMAs narrowing here, so this is something I do like. So we've got them narrowing, and then we could see this burst. What I do need it to do is I do need it to make a new low, because otherwise we are kind of stuck sideways in euro dollar, and I don't like that. And obviously if we take the highs, then we do go higher. So cable is another reason why I think that pound yen goes lower. It's just I've got that past market angle in, which it looks like it's just trying to push through. We are on the hour, on the 6 o'clock hour, so whether or not this closes through is a different matter. But this angle, do you remember that we had in ages ago, seems to have come back into play. It's held here, and we are just going through it after making a lower high. So if this is an hour close below here, then I do expect it to go through. Carney is speaking. So we've got him speaking at 10:45, I believe. So that's going to cause some shake-up in the pound market. I don't know whether he's speaking about monetary policy, something that Raj will talk later about on the virtual floor. But it's gonna have effect on the market anyways. But all I mean is that my initial idea was this is now going to be a buy. We've kind of held perfectly on the day. But this high test yesterday, I didn't like. Strong rejection up there. We still haven't closed above the 8, and we are now just on it. So yeah, this one looks like it could roll over again. Obviously, I am still watching for that long side, seeing as we are overextended. All those other things that I talked about still exist. But now it's just a case of following the rules. And so far, this hasn't. If we just, I mean, it did take the fib sequence out, I believe, on the downside. So let me just have a quick look at that, because that could just give us where we're going to go. Okay, so it hasn't. So it's just come back deep. So we just got back to the 61.8. So we're still on for the D, apparently, in this one. Then that's down at 139. So I'm not going to miss it. Although yesterday I did say that I thought the cable was a buy. It had to show me that it was a buy, and it hasn't showed me yet. So that was the last thing I was waiting for, that 8 close, and it hasn't happened. So that's okay, and that's happened in cable. Dollar yen. So we did sell off yesterday. However, this was just the continuation of this fib sequence. I do think this one is a buy, remains a buy, and we are just down at this 8 EMA. So we have crossed back over it, and this is just a test down here of the 8. It's also a 60-minute test of the 200. So it's quite a good zone down here, 118. We talked about that potentially as well, I think, as a potentially good zone to buy this. And that is still down, and we're still only at the 50% retracement on this fib up. So we still remain at 119.50 as the target. It's got to go back through 40 and then 80, but I think through 80 then you've got quite a clear move. So again, 15-minute counter trend line for me. I mean, that's probably not quite enough. So if we just put this line in, we've got 2. We could go with that one, which was like a lower high before it went higher low. Sorry. So if you just put this white and then just parallel it, yeah. We could be looking for a close above this line here to take that one. But I do think that could hold. Obviously, if not, we're not in it, so it doesn't matter. Dollar CAD, nice bounce yesterday. So oil bounced. Let me just get you the oil level up. So yeah, I mean, we are falling once more in oil. So we're back down at 29.88. So it got up to nearly 33, and we're back down again. So I believe I read something in the paper this morning about Iran opening taps again, and OPEC trying to take a positive outlook. But we'll see. This is not a good sign. Though that fall in oil is not a good sign, and dollar CAD has bounced nicely. So let's just have a look at that one. So we got to the 127 and failed. We are back, so no drama particularly yet. This could still have another swing down, but all of this big fan out is kind of ending. We're kind of looking to break back through. The 50s crossed back with the 21, and we've already gone through the 8. So it's an interesting one. I'm not going to be too quick to play this on the long side. I don't think I've got any levels yet. There's no basis for me to base this on, but certainly it just looks like it could rally today. I'm not looking to buy it though, so maybe play Canadian weakness against the other currencies. Bang this online in. This one looks weak. Aussie does look weak. I do like this now down. So we potentially had a few levels in it yesterday that we were looking to buy, looking to sell at, and I liked it back up sort of 70.70. It didn't quite get there. So let's just have a look what we think on the 60 minutes. So we put those Fibonacci's in, and that level down there that we liked, and that's that past market angle that we talked about. So we have got this lower high being formed here. Just move that down. So it's on those closes. Got this lower high made, so I expect it to probably go through here, and then we're going to test this trend line and then probably bounce. But in the grand scheme of things, we are still in this fib sequence, I believe. So if we just turn this up one off, don't need that anymore. We are still in this. We've got AB, yep, to pull back to there. AB. So if we're on that one, then we're taking it out. But if we stay, we're still in this one. Then we are still at 218. So we're still targeting 6. Oh no. It would have been hit, wouldn't it? There. Yep. So that's a D hit there. So we just put that in. So we've retraced very, very deeply. So we'd only be looking back down at the lows. We're only sort of looking back down to 68.40. Again, which is down at the lows. We've got 60. I've got 68.20 as a quite a good level down there. Kiwi as well looks weak. Really good close yesterday. And I think you can only play the short side to this one. So look for good levels to get into this. We've broken through this past market angle, and I'd look probably just be preferencing to sell through these lows again. The D target currently is we never hit it there, so that was just a fail at the 127. So we're back down at 63.80 there. So I've got a level at 64, so we could just see a spike lower down into 63.80. But I think Kiwi looks like a good short today as well. So Aussie and Kiwi, I think on their daily candles look quite short. Cable looks like it could go again. Euro's indecision. Dollar yen. Had a nice bearish, and it's still looking quite bearish, and dollar CAD looks like it could rally. So potentially the only one that looks like it could hold up against the dollar is potentially the euro, but I still don't favour that. Dollar looks like it's quite powerful today, so play it with care, and good luck trading. Again, click subscribe, feel free to comment, and please come and join us on our live virtual floor. Thanks very much.